All right, buckle up, everybody, because today we are diving deep into building wealth from zero, absolutely nothing.
Love it.
We're going to be breaking down the super interesting YouTube video by Nabo Capital.
Okay.
They're talking to young people about reaching financial freedom, but it's not the same old budget and invest stuff. This one's different.
It really is. You know, when I first watched it, I was struck by how much it focused on the mental side of wealth,
Yeah.
which you don't always see, right?
Absolutely. And they jump right into this concept of packaging yourself.
Oh,
Now, hold on. Before you think we're talking resumes and LinkedIn profiles, it's not like that.
interesting.
The speaker uses this analogy of everybody being in the selling business.
Mm-hmm.
Let's actually take a listen to this clip. Everybody here is selling, if knowingly or unknowingly. And right now, as you're listening to me, I'm selling something to you. What is your elevator pitch? So
Yep.
think about that for a second. Are you selling something right now without realizing it?
It's kind of a mind-blowing way to look at it.
It is.
Yeah, and I think what the speaker's getting at is you need to understand what makes you valuable.
Yeah,
What do you bring to the table that nobody else does?
right.
And it might not be your job title or even your skills. It's got to be something deeper.
I like that. And to illustrate this, the speaker even shares their own elevator pitch.
Oh, okay.
Let's hear it. My elevator pitch is that I am in the business of making people wealthy. Pretty powerful, right? In the business of making people wealthy.
Yeah, you know exactly what they're all about right away.
Straight to the point.
It's concise, it's memorable,
Yes.
and it really speaks to the value they offer,
Yeah.
which is so important because we're just bombarded with information all the time, right?
Absolutely.
It's rare to find someone who can say exactly what they bring to the table so clearly.
That's so true. So now I have a question for you listening. If you had to sum up your unique value just in one sentence,
Ooh,
what would it be? What makes you stand out?
it's a great exercise.
It is. It
Yeah.
makes you think.
Yeah. And once you've got that package figured out, the video then jumps into another super important principle, paying yourself first.
Ah, yes. Classic advice, but so important.
It is, but it's where a lot of people trip up.
Oh, for sure.
And the speaker in the video,
Hmm.
they don't mess around. They say something that's pretty intense, actually. Want to hear it?
Lay it on me.
Okay, here it is.
We go to work to mobilize capital, not to pay bills. If you pay bills with everything that you are earning, guess what? You've committed your life to poverty. Whoa. Committing your life to poverty. Those are strong words,
Yeah.
but they definitely get your attention, don't they?
It's a wake-up call.
It is.
It's about making the choice to put your future self first, even if you can only save a tiny bit right now.
Right.
It's about building the habit, the mindset of taking care of yourself financially.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to feel like deprivation. It's about empowerment.
I like that.
It is.
It's taking control.
Yes, exactly. And you know what's so cool about this video? It ties together those two ideas we were just talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Packaging yourself and paying yourself first.
Right. Right.
They build on each other.
Yeah. That's what I found so insightful too. Like when you know your value, it makes it easier to earn more,
Exactly.
which then gives you more to invest.
It's a cycle, right?
It is. It all comes full circle.
And it's not about being greedy or anything like that.
No.
It's about understanding what you're worth and being compensated fairly for it.
Especially when you're starting with very little, right?
Especially then, yeah. If you're always undervaluing yourself, it's going to be way harder to break free from living paycheck to paycheck.
It makes you think.
Yeah. And then, once you've got those basic principles down, the video moves into, the practical part
Huh.
of building wealth, the actual strategies.
Okay, so this is where it gets into stocks and all that, right?
Well, not quite.
Oh,
The speaker really emphasizes having a strong financial foundation before you jump into anything too complicated.
that makes sense.
It's like budgeting.
Ugh, budgeting.
I know, not the most exciting stuff, but they explain it in a way that actually makes it feel kind of empowering.
Okay,
It's not about restricting yourself. It's about being in control of your money
makes sense.
and making it work for you.
I like that. They talk about automating your savings too, right?
Yeah, they do. Instead of just relying on willpower to save, you set up a system that automatically puts money aside.
Ah, so you're paying yourself first without even thinking about it.
Exactly.
I like that. And they talk about habits too, right? The mental side of managing money.
Oh, absolutely. That was one of the most interesting parts for me.
Yeah, what'd they say about that?
They said, setting realistic goals, breaking big goals down into smaller steps,
Oh, okay.
and celebrating your wins along the way
I like that.
to make the whole process feel less overwhelming.
More manageable.
And they also talk about finding a community, people who are on the same financial journey as you.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It is. Having that support system can really make a difference.
It's like having a workout buddy, but for your money.
That's a great way to put it. You keep each other motivated and accountable.
Support each other.
Exactly.
Ah.
And they remind you, building wealth, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Long game.
Yeah. There will be bumps in the road, for sure.
There always are.
But it's about staying focused on the long term.
Right.
Not getting too caught up in the day-to-day ups and downs.
So resilience and patience are key.
Absolutely. And then finally, the video gets into investing.
Okay, here we go. So this is where they talk about stocks and everything, yeah.
Well, they start by talking about diversification.
Diversification, yeah, we hear that all the time. But
Yeah, right.
what does it really mean? Like, how do you actually do it?
Basically, it means not putting all your money in one place.
Okay, spread it around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of investing everything in, say, one stock, you spread it out across different types of investments.
Makes sense.
Different industries, different parts of the world even.
So if one investment does poorly, you're not totally screwed.
Exactly. They give examples like stocks, bonds, real estate.
Oh, okay, the classic.
Yeah, commodities.
Right.
Even crypto.
Interesting.
And they really emphasize that you need to understand the risks and potential rewards of each type of investment.
That's where it can feel super overwhelming though, right? Especially if you're just starting out.
Totally.
There are just so many options.
Yeah.
How do you even know where to begin?
Well, they suggest starting small, doing your research,
Okay, yeah.
and if you need help, talk to a financial advisor.
Yeah, makes sense.
And they remind you that even small, consistent investments can really grow over time.
The power of compound interest. Really.
Exactly. It's pretty amazing.
It's about taking those baby steps and learning along the way.
Right. You don't have to be an expert right away.
Exactly.
But they also warn against, trying to time the market.
Oh, yeah, like trying to predict when to buy and sell.
Yeah. Or chasing after those get-rich-quick schemes.
Right.
Instead, they say you should focus on the long term.
Okay.
Build a portfolio you're comfortable with based on your goals and risk tolerance.
Yeah.
And then let it grow steadily over time.
So patience is key.
It is. Don't get spooked by the ups and downs of the market.
Right.
They talked about that too, how our emotions can mess us up when it comes to investing.
Oh, for sure.
Like we make impulsive decisions when we should be thinking more rationally.
Absolutely.
So stick to your plan.
So having a plan and reviewing it regularly is important. Yeah.
They actually recommend that. Yeah. Review your portfolio, rebalance if you need to, and stay informed about anything that could affect your investments.
Yeah, it makes sense. You can't just set it and forget it.
Yeah.
You have to stay engaged.
Yeah. You're like a lifelong student of finance.
I like that analogy. So they wrap up the video by basically saying that the journey to financial freedom is always ongoing.
It's true. You're always learning, always adapting, making sure you're making the best decisions for yourself.
Man, we covered so much ground today.
We did.
Packaging yourself, paying yourself first, laying that solid financial foundation, diversifying investments. Whoa.
It's amazing how much they squeezed into one video.
It is.
But I think if I had to sum it up, the biggest takeaway for me is that building wealth isn't just about the numbers.
It's bigger than that.
It is. It's about your mindset, your habits.
How you think about money.
Exactly. And being open to always learning more.
So it's about knowing what you're worth, putting your future self first,
Yes.
and making those smart choices with your money.
And remembering that it's a journey, not a destination.
Right, there are going to be challenges.
But as long as you stay focused and keep learning, you're on the right path.
This is all such great advice for anyone who's feeling lost or overwhelmed about building wealth.
Yeah, you don't need a ton of money or a fancy degree to get started.
It's about those small steps, those consistent actions.
Before we wrap up, I have a question for everyone listening. If you could implement just one of the things we talked about today, starting tomorrow, what would it be?
Good question. What one change could you make to set yourself on that path to financial freedom?
Yeah, think about it.
We hope this deep dive gave you some new ideas and the tools to start building wealth, even if you feel like you're starting with nothing.
You can do it.
Absolutely. Keep diving deep, everyone, and until next time, keep reaching for those dreams.
See you next time.